MACC reveals shocking audio recordings involving former top government officials. Cases of influenza infection in Johor still under control. Hello and good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. You're watching Update at noon. I'm Muhammad Amin Carlos. Now, the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC, today revealed several sets of audio recordings of conversations allegedly involving former government top officials in what was described as criminal conspiracy of the highest level. Now, in a special press conference today, MACC Chief Commissioner Latifah Koya said the absolute authenticity of the 45 minutes audio recordings have been confirmed.
This recording is with regards to conversations involving the former Prime Minister Najib Razak, former MACC Chief Tan Sri Zulkifli, a foreign head of state Datin Sri Rosmah, and a couple of other persons that we will inform you which we have identified. We have been given the recordings, but I won't tell you from where at this point. Pursuant to investigations, we can confirm their absolute authenticity. The contents are shocking. It's of cover-up and subversion of justice and institutions. In the public interest, we are making public the contents.
Yang 3 orang punya nama tadi 3 orang lagi. Ada 3 orang punya nama yang mention kan? Tak ada 3 orang. Tak, yang 3 orang punya nama tu yang 2 anak ni tak catat nama tu. Ya? Datuk Seri punya nama. Datuk punya nama? Macam mana dia? Dia IP with me. Macam mana nak report saya? Bila saya tengok benda tu macam nak menangis saya rasa. Saya tak terima langsung. Masya Allah. Saya tak tahu lah.
According to Latifah, all 9 sets of audio were allegedly recorded in 2016. She said the MACC will hand over all the audio recordings to the police for further action. Parti Warisan Sabah candidate for the Kimanis by-election, Datuk Karim Bujang, says he is happy and satisfied with the positive support shown by the Kimanis community during his campaign rounds at several areas in the constituency. Now, Datuk Karim said the people understand that the issue of the Sabah Temporary Pass, or PSS, was not a political issue as alleged by the opposition, adding that it was merely an administrative issue.
Kita biarkanlah proses dan tindakan pentadbiran yang akan diambil oleh pihak kerajaan melalui jabatan pendaftaran itu berjalan seperti biasa.
Datuk Karim said the people should look at the positive impact of the PSS issuance, which was one of the government's initiatives to overcome the issue of illegal immigrants. The straight fight between Warisan and Barisan Nasional candidates in the by-election is expected to reduce the fence-sitters' voters' percentage to only 10%. Updates continues. Now, cases of influenza infection in Johor are still under control and there are no signs of outbreak yet. Now, Johor Health Director Dr. Aman Rabu said the state continues to monitor the updates of the influenza.
Influenza ni sekarang ni dah kira macam penyakit biasa lah yang akan dipantau oleh Jabatan Kesihatan Negeri, mungkin dan KKM juga melalui surveillance untuk memastikan bahawa tidak ada peningkatan kes supaya dia terkawal. Jadi kita tak ada setakat ni wabak yang berlaku di negeri Johor.
He was met by reporters after conducting the no-smoking enforcement operations at several eateries in Johor Bahru, Johor. Dr. Aman added that as a precautionary measure, the department is also conducting health screenings at the Senai International Airport to identify tourists with symptoms. Well, a total of 319 Selangor police personnel were recorded as absent and missing from duties by the Selangor Contingent Integrity and Standards Compliance Department, or JIPS, last year. Selangor Police Chief Dr. Nur Azam Jamaluddin said Selangor JIPS have dealt with 297 cases, while the remaining 22 cases is yet to be resolved. Selangor JIPS also investigated 578 senior officers, 12,053 lower-rank personnel, and 231 civilian personnel to ensure that daily routine jobs were done as per instructions and directions issued.
Daripada jumlah tersebut, 62 anggota telah diambil tindakan di bawah peraturan 37 PPPA Kelakuan dan Tata Tertib 1993. 115 anggota diambil tindakan di bawah peraturan 36 PPPA 1993. 80 anggota diambil tindakan di bawah peraturan 7 PPPA 1993 dan seramai 227 anggota telah dikeluarkan surat teguran dan seramai 201 anggota telah diberi surat nasihat jamisan.
Speaking at a special press conference in Shah Alam, Selangor, Dr. Nur Azam also highlighted the achievements of Selangor JIPS on 2019, including having 99.8% of its contingent to declare their assets and the success of Blue Devil Up with the arrest of 33 officers and personnel. Well, Muhammad Farhan Fudail Muhammad Farid, 16, who died after crashing into a pole while skateboarding in Townsville, Queensland, Australia last month, was buried at the Hutan Setali Muslim Cemetery in Kuantan at 12:20 a.m. today. Well, his body was flown from Townsville to Brisbane before arriving at the Kuala Lumpur International Airport at 4:05 p.m. on Monday. It was then brought to Masjid Tok Sira in Kuantan at 11:20 p.m. for prayers. Muhammad Farhan Fudail was said to have gone to Australia with his aunt Farhanatul Nadia Madsazali, 33, his sister, and two of his cousins on 21st December last year to visit his mother, who was working as a nurse in Australia. Well, a body of a man fully clothed was found in an old apartment in Sungai Pari Buntong in Ipoh, Perak last night. Now, Ipoh Police Chief Assistant Commissioner A. Azmadi Abdul Aziz said the deceased might have been dead for about 4 or 5 days. Well, preliminary investigations found that the deceased was a 50-year-old man with an OKU card holder. However, the identity of the deceased has not been confirmed until it can be verified by his family member. Investigations also found no sign of external injury on the body except for the swelling of the corpse. The case has been classified as a sudden death. Now, the scene was at an abandoned apartment that was popularly known as a den for drug addicts. Foreign Minister Datuk Saifuddin Abdullah yesterday advised Malaysians residing or currently travelling in the West Asia and Gulf region to be more vigilant and take necessary precautions to ensure their safety. Now, he also urged those who had yet to register themselves with the Malaysian diplomatic missions to do so with the nearest embassy or consulate general of Malaysia without delay. Now, Datuk Saifuddin, in a statement, added that since the Malaysian diplomatic missions in Iraq, Syria and Yemen are inactive, Malaysians staying, working or travelling around the region were required to register with the nearby embassies. Malaysians in Iraq have been told to register with the Malaysian embassy in Amman, Jordan. And those in Syria should register with the Malaysian embassy in Beirut, Lebanon, while those in Yemen need to register with the Malaysian embassy in Muscat, Oman. Datuk Saifuddin also advised Malaysians to defer non-essential travel to the region. Well, coming up next, QPAC say they have yet to receive feedback from PSD on critical allowance issue. Well, Transport Minister Anthony Loke Sifuk explained that there was no interference from the government or any quarters on the resignation of Malaysia Airports Holdings Berhad or MAHB Group Chief Executive Officer Raja Azmi Raja Nazuddin yesterday. Now, the explanation was made to ensure there will be no confusion among the Rakyat and stakeholders. MAHB, in a statement yesterday, announced the resignation of Raja Azmi from the post and appointed Chief Operating Officer Dato Muhammad Shukri Muhammad Saleh as acting Group CEO.
I wish him good luck. If he resigned, then I wish him good luck. No intervention. There's no intervention by us.
Meanwhile, Lok welcomes Air Asia's moves to increase flights and lower the fares during the upcoming festive season through its special Chinese New Year promotion. The promotion offers 12,960 low-cost seats to several destinations in Sabah and Sarawak for journeys between 21st to 31st January. The promotion involves flight routes from Kuala Lumpur to Cebu, Bintulu, Miri, Tawau and Sandakan, as well as from Johor Bahru to Cebu. Other than that, 65,826 extra seats to 20 other popular destinations in Malaysia and Singapore are also included in the promotion. The Congress of the Union of Employees in the Public and Civil Services, or QPACS, has not received any feedback from the Public Service Department, or PSD, regarding its request to discuss on the government's suggestion to abolish the Critical Service Incentive Payment, known as BIPK, involving 33 service schemes. Its president, Adnan Mat, said the meeting would serve as an important platform to discuss the fate of new recruits who will be affected with the new ruling. Adnan said QPACS have sent a letter to PSD on 26 December last year requesting for a meeting to discuss the matter.
Cuma sebenarnya jika Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam gagal untuk menguruskan pertemuan ini, kami ada bincangkan dalam mesyuarat kami tadi, kami boleh membawa ahli kami, mungkin lebih 3,000 orang ahli yang terlibat, untuk berjumpa secara serentak di PSC sana. Ini bukan mogok, ini penyumpaan secara ramai. Bukan mogok. Kita boleh berjumpa ahli kita beramai-ramai untuk berjumpa di Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam secara beramai-ramai, serentak, tidak kurang daripada 3,000 orang untuk berada di Putrajaya.
Speaking after having a meeting with the Malaysian Senators Council MSM in Parliament, Adnan said the MSM is willing to be the mediator between QPACS and PSD to find an amicable solution to the issue. Well, a total of 2,617 notices related to smoking offences were issued since 1st January until yesterday. Now, the notices were issued by enforcement officers in more than 26,000 eateries nationwide. Health Minister Dato Sri Dr. Zulkifli Ahmad said the highest number of notices issued were for smoking offence, which is 1,911 cases, followed by 466 notices issued for premise owners that failed to put up no smoking sign. Other offence include premise owners that provided designated smoking area for the customers.
Terus terang sebutkan, ya, kita bukannya pegawai kami senang-senang isu compound, ya. Itu pun kita runding dan andainya kalau boleh mereka memahami, dan insya-Allah kita akan teruskan program pelaksanaan ini dengan baik, dan saya mengharapkan akan semakin hari semakin kurang orang yang di compound.
And that concludes today's edition of Updates at Noon. In our top story, MACC reveals shocking audio recordings involving former top government officials. Do join us again at 7 p.m. for more updates on the latest happenings here and around the world. From all of us here, thanks for watching, and do stay tuned to TV2. I'm Muhammad Amin Carlos. Bye for now.